Welcome back to another edition of Research Fantasy Presents our MLB DFS pitcher picks for Friday, May 19th, 2017. We've got a big slate of baseball going on, 14 games on the main slate, which is all we're going to focus on. We're not too worried about a early slate or anything like that. We're just going to focus on the meat and potatoes of the night. Got a lot of great pitching options. As I said in my article, I'm sitting at around like 12 that I could settle on and feel at least comfortable with in my lineups tonight. I'm going to give you my top 3 pitchers for tournaments, and I'm going to start off with a low-tier pitcher tonight, Daniel Norris of the Detroit Tigers. 13.8 fantasy draft, 6,700 FanDuel, 7K on DraftKings. Daniel Norris, not a pitcher we're typically fawning over. He's got some talent. It's not to say that he doesn't. But for me, a lot of this is about matchup. When I look at him, he pops on a lot of my models because of the team he's facing, the Texas Rangers. They're not the same team away from home. On top of that, they're laughable against left-handed pitching to the tune of a 26% strikeout rate, 248 WOBA, 101 ISO, 25.9 hard hit rate. Those are all extremely poor numbers against Southpaws. And even though we're not talking about Clayton Kershaw or Chris Sale here, you're going to have days where guys like Daniel Norris end up putting together 7-inning, 7-strikeout, 1-run ball, and especially on DraftKings where you can use them as an SP2, and it loosens up your budget considerably. I mean, it's a simple play for me. I'm not going to be overweight on him, but I'm going to have him in a fair share of my lineups. I think he can come through. There's always risk with everybody you play in baseball, so I'm not really focused too much on that. I think he makes a great tournament play. Next up, let's go to Luis Severino, 17-1 fantasy draft, 9,200 FanDuel, 8,800 DraftKings. He's taking on a Tampa Bay Rays team, and we know more than anything else that they love to strike out to the tune of 26% against right-handers in 2017. The downside here is that the WOBA, ISO, and hard hit percentage against righties are monstrous from Tampa Bay. So it's typically a situation where if they're not striking out, they're probably mashing everything that's thrown to them. But this is tournaments, this is what you're looking for. If it's a 1-in-4 chance with a guy like Severino, who we do know has a relatively high strikeout capacity, I'm going to take that chance. I like his talent. I do think he will be, within the next several years, one of the more elite pitchers in all of baseball. It's going to take him some time to refine his skill set still, but I think he's a guy you could toss in tournaments and have some pretty solid luck with. Next up, let's move on to Chris Sale of the Boston Red Sox, 25-2. That's a big number on Fantasy Draft. 12K FanDuel, 13K DraftKings. Chris Sale only has one game this year where he does not have double-digit strikeouts. That's pretty incredible. We just saw the Athletics put up a big number last night, but when you look through the lineup, you're pretty confident that Chris Sale is going to be able to navigate through most, if not all, of these guys. Because of that, he has to be our top play. I could see him going with another 7-inning, 10 or 11 strikeout game, maybe not even giving up a run, and I think he's overall the guy that I want to build my teams around tonight. So that'll wrap it up for our pitchers tonight. Daniel Norris, Luis Severino, Chris Sale. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up to the video below. Subscribe to us on our YouTube channel. Head over to Facebook. Like us there, follow us on Twitter at Research and Win, and join us again tomorrow.